Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? What's going on? Hey, y'all see it's the graveyard hours, and I'm up because I'm at the graveyard. Not the graveyard, but I'm at the graveyard getting these hours in. Not too much going on in the streets tonight. As far as boxing talk, we have a few people that have been covering a few things, but one of the biggest things for me is the big talk. Everybody's been waiting for this fight to happen. Everyone is highly eager and anticipated for this big fight to happen between two of boxing's best, with Spence and Terrence Crawford. A lot of people have their opinion on this is the second coming of legendary fights that took place years ago. They say it's the second coming of Leonard and Hearns, uh, Hagler and Hearns, and so forth. But we all know that this is the biggest talk and the biggest fight, the most anticipated fight that everyone is waiting on to happen. And I'm pretty sure being boxing fans are either guy that we are all happy to hear these guys get out there and engage all on social media and get the trash talking. That's cool. I understand the hype and everything, but come on, been waiting long enough, and we still don't have a date. Last thing that been put out to us that it's still going to be September or October, but still there's no date. So it's a TBA. Errol Spencer, Bud Crawford, they really been engaging with the war words. Of course, the fans, the Errol Spence fans and Terrence Crawford fans, we've been going at it for the longest. But we need this date. We need this date to be announced. I'm not sure if they waiting, for a certain time to release the date of the fight, but nonetheless, let us know now what is the holdup? Is everything in play? Like a lot of people are saying, everyone is saying that they know that the fight is in play. Um, we know they're negotiating. Okay, we should have a date by now. This is the case. It's been a few weeks since EJ had his return to the ring after having a second layoff in his career from an eye injury, and he put a great performance in against Udenis Ugas, who came to fight, didn't come to lay down. Great quality fighter. Should still have some fights later on for the next few years until he retired. But it's been almost about 3 weeks, and we still don't have a date for this fight. So there's no need to talk about, or at least with the fans anyway, for the fans to keep bickering and arguing back and forth and all the duck talking and this, that, and the other. Well, with all these things that took place and we so close to this fight, we still don't have a date. So, is it signed? Is it sealed? Because it hasn't yet been delivered yet. It hasn't yet been delivered that we know what's going on between this undisputed bout with my man EJ and Terrence Crawford. Some that they waiting until after a certain fight takes place for them to release the date. What would be one of the biggest fights for them to finally come out and say that this is the date? It's going to be in this month, this day, this time, this location. We still don't have that. Now, we keep saying that this fight is made. A lot of content creators are confident that this fight is made. But what is the necessity for dragging out the date? If it's already made, put it out there. The fans waiting to see this fight. I'm tired of this shit talking. It's exciting, but the fans, the Errol Spence fans and the Terrence Crawford fans, been shit talking at each other for the longest. We all getting on each other's necks. We coming down on each other's favorite fighter. Okay, Now we see that Bud and EJ is talking trash on Twitter. It sounds good. It's entertaining. But fuck all that. I need to know when this is going down. Because there's been too much shit talking about this fight. For how long now? So what I'm saying is, no more shit talking. Give us the date. I'm like a crackhead right now that's in an area that, you know, is only one person that sells the damn crack. And he ain't nowhere to be found. He say he on his way to give me my crack so I can get my pookie on. But he taking too long to get there. And I'm feeling to be pookie, and I can't even jump in the pookie mode because he ain't come and delivered. You know? It's signed to seal, but it ain't been delivered. So I'm waiting. We need to know. Ain't no need to wait until after the next big fight. People say they probably released the date on the fight on the Castano and Mel Charlo rematch. They might do it that night. Kind of makes sense because Bud has said a lot of things recently. The biggest thing for me is one thing that I noticed, that this man can actually become 3-time undisputed in a 4-belt era. Something that would never happen. Something that never happened and probably won't happen again. That is a high bar to set and a high bar to chase and even pass. But now it's time to shut all the shit talking down and let's get this fight going. What is the holdup? It must be something else. But I know because Bud said after he handled Arrow, he's going to go up to 154 and fight Mel. Now, could he become 2-time undisputed and then go challenge for a third? It sounds like that's what he wants to do, but he's not actually saying it. You know, and I peeped it not too long ago. Recently, some content creators came out and spoke on it very briefly about what Terrence Crawford could be doing in his career, because it would be very environmental. It would be a definite stamp on Mount Rushmore, and no one would be able to say too much. He will go down as the greatest in some people's eyes and probably one of the greatest of all time, if that was to take place, if that's really his mission. He's saying it, but he's not saying. He's basically saying, I'm going to whoop his ass, and then I'm going to go up there and whoop his ass. You know, so Terrence Crawford, I think he knows what he's in position to do. You understand what I'm saying? He knows it. If I notice it and you notice it, then he noticed that he can do something very historical that would break all records and will remain to be hard to even match or even overcome that. But he just keep it at a more humble type of view, like I'm just gonna fuck him up, but not putting on the fact that, you know, he got 3 belts, so I'm gonna go over there and whoop his ass, and then I have 4, and then I go up and fight his homie. You know, he got all the belts up there. I'll go up there and whoop his ass, and then maybe after he do this, then he'll come out and say, well, you know, I'm the baddest man that ever did it because I am 3-time undisputed, something that hasn't been done, especially in the 4-point era in boxing period. That never has been done. It's only about, well, overall, when you count, add up the ones that's now the ones over there, it's not really a long list, but it's only a very few that's on the list undisputed right now in today's boxing as far as active fighters. So this is very monumental. I said it a while back. Once I spoke on it, I heard a couple people speak on it, but they spoke on it real quick and they left it alone. And my whole thing is, I feel as though that should be advertised even more, because this is something that can be done. Now, there may be a reason behind the fact that Crawford himself and maybe his teams, they're not actually being vocal about this historical move that can be made in boxing behind Terrence Crawford actually fighting to be 3-time undisputed in a 4-belt era. So I don't know, maybe he's thinking about it and he's downplaying it, And like I just said, after one happened, yeah, then I'm gonna go for a third. Because remember, basically, that's how he's probably doing it, people, because he never really talked about becoming undisputed until he became undisputed at 140. Then he's talking about doing it at 147. And then maybe if it happens, he'll probably try to go for a third time. That is a bar to set on yourself. And if that's really Terrence Crawford subliminal motive to do that without making it the forefront and taking attention off of other things that's going on, then I salute him for that. I salute anyone that's really striving for greatness, and that's beyond greatness. And like I said, if he was to pull that off, it ain't nothing nobody can say to Terrence Crawford. Walk down the street holding his jewels, nobody can say nothing. Not the biggest EJ fan or a fan of anybody else. You can't say shit because this man did something that neither my favorite fighter or your favorite fighter hasn't come close to doing or haven't even tried to do. So it's really interesting. So that's why we really need the date for this fight. Now I don't know what's going on. I don't have no inside sources like that. So I'm not going to put it out there like I know what I'm talking about, but there must be something else that has not been finished yet, you know? But nonetheless, waiting to see this fight, one of the biggest fight. Can Terrence Crawford become two-time undisputed in a four-belt era and then possibly go up and fight Jamel Charlo if he's still undisputed, or whoever's going to be undisputed at 154? Is that what he really wants to do? If that's what he's really going for, that remains to be seen. But enough with the shit talking. Enough with the Twitter beef. Give us the date. Give us the date. That's all I'm asking for. We don't need this date to be dragged out for a whole nother month, a whole nother 2 months. We in the month of May. And they playing around, you know, they finger fucking with the idea of September, October. All right? And we know time is moving fast, so we really need the date before this month ends. Matter of fact, before this month even get really warm. Now, I mean, far as weather and far as getting further into the month. We need the date right now. Don't wait until Castano and Mel, or wait until Tank and Rolly. No, they ain't in the same weight class. So don't need to be pumping that shit around it. Give us the date now. This is what we want to see. Like I said, this is an exciting year. So don't drag, you know, the suspicion with finally getting the date and finally getting these two great elite boxers in the ring and finally getting down with one of the biggest fights of the century. Let's get it, because we already got enough that's going on now. So enough with the shit talking. It sounds cool. I like what Earl's saying. I like some of the things that Bud's saying. I like the fact that it's more so these two men actually going at it and having a war of words about getting in the ring and finally getting it down for the crown. That's what's important to me. That's what matters. All right. But other than that, we need the date for this fight to happen. We need it right now. DS, my guy. What's going on, man? I'm at work just talking about this thing. You know, we've been talking about it. It's the biggest talk, but I'm tired. I need the date. Everybody keeps saying this and saying that, but ain't telling me what I need to know. They're not telling you what you need to know. They just keep telling us September, October. Which one? Give us the date if it's already done. Sign, seal, deliver that shit to us. Let's get this big monumental fight going on. It'll be something else to add on to the great year that we've been having in the sport of boxing so far. 2022, great year of boxing for me. It's probably going to be one of the more memorable and favorite years in boxing, at least in the recent years, because there's a lot of good fights going down. Big title fights. You know, this is the undisputed year. This is the unification year. This is the big talk. We just seen Amanda Serrano try to grab another motherfucking goddamn bundle of belts. You see what I'm saying? Try to get undisputed number weight class. It didn't happen, but okay, cool. Then we got franchise who deserve. We got Devin Haney and Cam Boats bitch finally about to happen. Okay, and now with Shakur getting unification. Now he's saying he's thinking about staying at 35 and staying at 130 and possibly trying to get a undisputed there. All right, so it's a whole lot going on. We still got the Castaño and Mel thing. 160, not too much. 168, but there's enough weight classes to where there's enough good fighters in there to where the discussion of fighting for undisputed unification between two fighters that we all in the boxing world agree to, that it's a match that makes sense instead of keep on putting fights together that don't make sense, because that's what's making us upset as boxing fans, because they keep putting fighters in the ring with guys that shouldn't be in the ring. Long, also on the side of that, I was going to do a whole nother set on this, but I might well give it to you now because DS, you sitting here with your boy, you rocking out. Man, when I blow up, I'm taking you on a trip. But whatever things that's happening in the sport of boxing, hey DS, let me ask you a question. How you feel about clout chasing? I have to say it that way, and because that's what it seems like with a lot of these young fighters. They coming in the game and they trying to attach their names to somebody else's brand. So make a long story short, how do you feel about Keyshawn Davis calling out Tank Davis? We're only having 5 professional fights in. Like I spoken on it before, it has happened before in the sport of boxing, but this one right here is just something about this situation. And I mean, it's good to have enough confidence in yourself, but when you're looking at it, is it that, only being 5-0, you think you really should be calling out a Tank Davis? You understand what I'm saying? No matter if you feel as though you have the skill set, the heart, the power, and whatever to beat this person. I mean, it's only 5 professional fights in. And that's my question. That's a good question. That's something to talk about amongst a group. When is it, how many fights in is it right, or will it be right for someone who's up and coming into the game, and they want to get their names attached to the bright lights, with the upper echelon guys that are known in the sport? But my question is this: how many fights should a newcomer should have, under his belt before he starts to utter out bigger names? I mean, think about it. You only got 5 fights, bro. Keyshawn only has 5 fights, and taking them, they got over 20 plus more fights than this guy. So we know that don't make sense. Why would we? That don't make sense putting a 5-0 guy in there with a guy that's 27-0. And even though Mr. Businessman, he's good. He has talent, but it's still too early to say. And I think us as boxing fans, we live in a moment. Even myself, sometimes, especially with the newer guys, I don't do it with the guys that have been around because I kind of know better. I've been watching them for a while, so I don't really be living in the moment. But with these newer guys, they coming into the game, it's kind of a habit. You live right into the moment, and they only got a few fights in. But people be like, well, people was living in the moment and real fast on Lomachenko. Yes, I get that. But this ain't Lomachenko, and I'm not talking about Lomachenko. This is a young brother from Virginia, and who has a lot of talent. He has an upscale. A lot of these guys have an upscale until we really see their career warm up, and then we'll know how far they're really gonna go in their career. But how many fights in your career, you should have under your belt before you go asking for the champions, the elite guys, because there's levels to it. And we was talking about it, I think, on Just Do earlier today, and I was saying this, that's a little. I mean, Keyshawn, that's good, but he's reaching too far. You talking about a Tank or a Devin fucking Haney, you still got Ryan Garcia, Isaac Cruz, a few of those guys who's not even rated. Damn it, man, my man. Damn it, man. What's happening, brother? You know what I mean? But you don't have these guys. These young guys got to get more fights in. So it's like they jump in a hurdle. So a Dev, a Tank, a Shakur, that's really too soon for these newer guys like Keyshawn Davis or Frank Martin. All these newer guys that only got no more than 8 fights in. It's too soon for these guys to be talking about champions. You talk about facing guys that got 20 to 30 fights in, and you only between 5, barely 10 professional fights in. You've been looking good, but you talking about you want the chance. So that's why people get pissed off, because damn it, is it clout chasing? Is Keyshawn Davis starting to talk a little too soon? Maybe he should wait until he got maybe 5 fights, maybe between 5 to maybe 7 more fights, between 10 to 12 or 10 to 15 fights. Then that'll make sense. It'll make sense. And then maybe you can get in the ring and probably get that test. But being only that's having those many. Exactly, Case Avoid. Matter of fact, not only Case Avoid, all these guys, especially when they only got not barely a half a dozen fights in, they really need to slow down. They going too far. Then there's other guys that's not even. It's a lot of in between guys. You're gonna have to climb that ladder. You ain't gonna be able to jump the hurdle over all these guys. You gonna have to fight some of these dudes. So I think Isaac Cruz, Ryan Garcia, what's the guy name? Ice Cream, Sugarfoot Sherbet, those guys. You can be getting in there with those guys. Those guys got a little more experience, but what I mean, they're not even ready for the big dogs yet. So they still somewhere in between. So I think that makes more sense, bro, if they do that. But you gotta crawl before you walk, man. You gotta run before you fucking fly. You see what I'm saying? What's going on with people? I don't know. Maybe they feel as though that the try to get in the game and get attached to that money real fast, or whatever the case may be. But that's too much shit talking too early in your career. But going back to Bud and my man EJ, like, I need to know the date. I need to know the date, Case Avoid. I don't want to hear no more shit talking. It's been entertaining enough. I don't want no more shit talking entertainment. Give me the date. When is the date? Give me the date. What are they waiting for? We need the date. Give us the date. People need to know this date now, because we don't know people set up. People trying to, put an escrow together so they can go to the fight. Shit, some people might have to, put money to the side to pay for the pay-per-view. Shit is tight out here. Give us the date. Look, I'm starting to get upset, and I'm starting to think that they finger fucking us, bro. I think they got that shit all together. It was possible. I'm not going to say, because I really don't know what to think, except for it's just good promo. They finger fucking us in their head right now, and that's not how I want to get my nut off. So I need to know the goddamn date to this fight, man. I need to know the date so we can see if Terrence Crawford is really this damn bad. He's being projected as that. Hey, I don't have no problem with it. I might say I don't agree with it, but if that's how you see it, that's how you see it. But it remains to be seen. Let's get it going on. But the EJ and Crawford fight is so close, but still kind of far because we still don't have a date. That's all we have is a bunch of social media entertainment between the two. That's cool because a lot of people like to hear EJ open his mouth. He don't say much, but as you can see, when he does talk, he's a funny guy. So I don't even think he has a person that's putting this shit together for him. I think it's really him. But nonetheless, let's get that going. But it's not really too much action this weekend with the fights. We got Bivol and we have Canelo. And someone said they put I forgot, was it one of those guys said they think that Bivol can outbox Canelo. And I'm like, nah. There ain't too many guys that I say that have the skill set, the boxing IQ, the ring IQ that can actually go in there and outbox Canelo Alvarez. And those guys who can actually outbox him, he's not going to get in the ring with those guys because he know that these guys can outbox him, and then the outcome is going to be different. You know what I mean? Hold on, Case Boy. Because I don't see the only guys I see that could probably outbox Canelo or beat him on the scorecard. He will not get in the ring with him. All right, he won't get in the ring with Boo Boo. I think Boo Boo can outbox him. But as of right now, it kind of look like if you're going to beat Canelo, you got to knock him out. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. This guy actually, you got to be able to knock him out. For one, he's that good of a boxer. He is that good of a boxer. But for two, he's still not getting in there with the best. And this is another thing I want to go on this guy. I recognize his skill set, but I can't get this dude to I can't give him props like that. I can't, he's a cheat. He's still in duck zone mode. I don't know. So of course, Bivol is supposed to say what he's supposed to say because he's supposed to have that confidence about himself. But I don't know, man. And I'm kind of getting tired of it. You know what I mean? Because the corruption in boxing is at an all-time high, and I had enough of it. Putting these guys in there with short shot wins, easy night at work, easy paycheck, ain't putting too much at risk. Kind of get tired of it. That's why I say we need to start our own Hall of Fame and pound for pound list, so we ain't got to keep on cussing at these folks when they put their list together, and we raising our blood pressure. We allowing our blood pressure to get high because there's a fighter that's not on their pound for pound list or a Hall of Fame list, and we get upset. Fuck their opinion. They ain't worried about ours. Why should we worry about theirs? And there's enough of us to start our own thing, and that's what we need to do. Maybe they start following us. Taking what we saying, what we put out there is content creators and boxing minds and people and just passionate minds for the sport. Maybe they start following what we saying, but I'm not doing that. I don't have them. They don't think for me, and they ain't controlling my eyesight. And that's just what it is. Not gonna tell me the motherfucking sky's purple and I can see it's gray today, goddammit. All this pound for pound, all this bullshit. At least let this stuff, if it's gonna be something about options, I mean opinion, at least be motherfucking factual about it. Who cares? Be factual about it. All this pound for pound talk, and dudes ain't even doing what the fuck they supposed to do to be on pound for pound. So how Canelo's still in the talk for pound? Then I hear people saying the other night, he's the face of boxing. He's not the face of boxing. All because of himself. That don't make him the face of boxing. If Canelo's so much the face of boxing, why ain't nobody talking about this fight like that? That's why I was hearing these guys talk on I think was it Mark Nash. They were saying that Canelo's the face of boxing right now. There is no face of boxing, in my opinion. Oops, but then again, case avoid, there is a face of boxing. And then you know who the face of boxing is? It's not one person. The face of boxing is not one person, ladies and gentlemen. The face of boxing is not one fighter. It's multiple fighters. There are certain type of fighters. That's the face of boxing. No matter if the people want to admit, concur to it or not. You know who the face of boxing is? Because everybody keep coming out and talking about who's the fucking face of boxing with their opinions. And they talking about, well, it's Canelo. He's been the biggest pay-per-view success. The face of boxing is everyone that's a public enemy in the sport of boxing. That's who the face of boxing. Black American fighters. Fighters that's trying to go out there and get undisputed. Fighters who are being denied of fighting for unification and undisputed. That's who the face of boxing is. Not just some one person that you think that's selling more fucking goddamn mixtapes out of his trunk. That don't necessarily make you the face of fucking boxing. But they say Canelo's the face of boxing. But guess what? Mexican fans is not the only fans in boxing. Every Mexican fan don't fucking support Canelo. So don't give me that bullshit. He's not the face of boxing. That's why the question is, and it's put out there, hey, is Canelo being overshadowed? Because nobody really give a fuck about him fighting Bivol. No disrespect to Bivol. No disrespect to Bivol, but the average diehard, no, the average casual don't know about Bivol. The average don't know about Bivol, yo. The average person don't know about Bivol. You understand what I'm saying? They don't. True boxing heads know about Bivol. And even with some of them, they only can go but so far because they only watched a couple fights of Bivol. So Mr. Face of Boxing, if this guy's the face of boxing, no matter who he get in the ring with, they gonna promote me blowing this shit up all over the place. This ain't no big deal for Canelo. Ain't no promo all over the place. Oh, I can't wait until this Saturday to see Canelo and Bivol. Ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody doing that. So how's Canelo the face of boxing? The only reason why they try to say Canelo is the face of boxing because he fucking fought the face of boxing. And because he hasn't lost a fight since he fought the face of boxing, he's the face of boxing. The only reason why this dude pay-per-views is the way it is because he fought on Floyd undercard and then he wound up fighting Floyd. I'm going to say that for y'all again. The only reason why Canelo Alvarez is considered the face of boxing is because he actually fucking was promoted by the face of boxing. Fought on a Floyd undercard, and then got that ass waxed by Floyd. And ever since that ass whipping, that boxing lesson, this guy has made sure that he hasn't lost another fucking goddamn fight. And ever since then, this guy his pay-per-view's been going up. Now, since y'all want to talk about Canelo's the face of boxing, whoever gets out there and said, because Mexicans are not only fans of boxing. They're not. You have all sorts of fans of boxing. So how the fuck he's the fucking face of boxing if he ain't the number one guy in everybody else's fucking eye? Y'all say he the face of boxing. Go find out how many motherfucking dark melanated people go buy fucking Canelo fights. Go find out how many melanated motherfuckers has fucking went to see Canelo fight since he's the face of boxing. The face of boxing is where everybody is buying your shit. Yeah, I was going to go over there, man, but I said, you know what? I gotta get me some hours in. It's a light night on the streets. So let me come in and get my work in. So I'm actually just getting my work in. T on now, that motherfucker. I just got a notification for him, but I ain't shut my shit down yet, goddammit. Gotta get my time in, but I'll go over there and yell at him. But he's not the face of boxing. He's not. He's not the face of boxing. He's not, people. He's not. Ain't everybody else outside of Mexican. They ain't motherfucking goddamn kicking doors down to go buy a motherfucking ticket at the gate. Then I said, oh, I can't wait the motherfucking Canelo fight so I can fucking order it on pay-per-view. They not doing that. He has a lot of his people behind him, but all his people ain't behind it. And that's all you really fucking need. But that will make you the face of boxing. Now, if Canelo would have came into the game, listen to me real quick. If Canelo would have came into the game, right, same boxing skills or whatever, and worked his way up, but never got the Floyd fucking opportunity. Let's say he did everything else, but never fought Floyd. Would he be considered a fucking face of boxing? I'm going to hold my breath on that, and I probably turn blue, and I'm already dark enough. Come on, man. What are we talking about? See, they put this out there. Oh, he's the face of boxing. How? I ain't buying his shit. I ain't going to his fucking shit. How? How is he the face of boxing? How? Y'all want him to be the face of boxing. But the face of boxing is every dark, melanated motherfucking face that's in boxing. Terrence Crawford is the face of boxing. Errol Spence is the face of boxing. Gervonta Davis is the fucking face of boxing. Shakur Stevenson is the face of boxing. Can I go on? Should I go on? That's who the face of boxing is. Public enemy number one. Ha. I'm going to tell y'all this again. The face of boxing is public enemy number one of boxing. And that's black fighters. I ain't using the word because nobody's black, but that's who the face of boxing is. That's who the face of boxing is. That's who the face of boxing is. Not no Canelo. And he's a fucking cheat. Thank you, damn it, man. Here's another thing. We have to be strict. We got to stop giving these guys this airplay unless we keeping it always funky. So Canelo gets no respect for me. I just can't keep on saying, oh yeah, he can fight. He's a hell of a fighter, but look at everything else. Look at the butt. Look at how many butts is behind here, hell of a fighter. Oh yeah, he can fight his ass off, but he cheated. He's been cheating. He's a hell of a fighter, but he won't fight the best of the best. But this is who we paying homage to. This is who we giving flowers to. That motherfucker should be getting black roses. That's what the fuck Canelo should be getting. Canelo should be getting black roses. Real talk. Don't give him fucking flowers. For what? Give him black roses. He don't deserve fucking flowers. He's a fucking cheat. He's a fucking cheat. He's a cheat. But oh, he's the face of boxing. But he's a fucking cheat. I'm telling y'all, man. They say the truth hurts. And sometimes people don't like to dig into stuff. That's why people don't really know who the hell they are, because they don't like the truth. They say the truth lies in the fucking book. Follow me now. Follow me now. Follow me now. Exactly. He only got caught once, but then they changed the levels of it to make it legal. To make it legal. To make it legal. But this is who y'all want to go around and say that's the face of boxing? Well, I guess you know what, that would be the right person, because the face of boxing is corrupt. They know most of these fighters that's running around, they fucking dirty as fuck. And I don't support that shit. I don't support no dirty ass. I don't support no cheating. I don't give a fuck who you is. I don't support it. And we keep paying these dudes homage. No, fuck that. Canelo gets no more glory, fucking praise. He's a fucking cheat. Some of your favorite fighters, legends, did some cheating shit. No matter if they did it more than once or not, they still did some shit. Heard some disturbing shit about Evander Holyfield outside the shit that I already knew. Heard some other shit about Evander. I'm like, damn. We all know that he was using the pads. We all know that shit, that he was using pads. But come to find out, some other shit was happening. So how good guys really are? We can't really say guys are really good. Because years later, we find out motherfuckers cheated in their career the whole time. We never even had a fucking idea they was doing it. Smoke my black and mild. Then we found out years later. Found out Ali did some old slick shit. Yeah? I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. But the more you dig into things, you find out that the things that's going on, the way these people cheat, this shit been going around forever. And it will break your heart to find out that 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, maybe all your favorite fighters cheated. Once, twice, 3 times a lady. Once, twice, 3 times a charm. It's a very deadly sport. Very corrupt sport, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, they all did something. You got a very small case of you. You have a very small amount of that probably, went through this sport with integrity. With integrity. A very small amount of them. The rest of them, no matter if they did it once, okay, slap on their eye, cool. But why did you do it that way? You didn't even need to do it that one time. If you did it that one time and never did it again, and your shit, your skill set, you whipped ass and all that shit, then you probably didn't need to do it in the fucking first place. See, the ones that do it more than once, they're the ones that need to keep on doing it. Tyson Fury, Canelo Alvarez. See, the guys that keep on doing it, they must be lacking something. That's why they continue to do it. One time bad enough, cool. But if you know, and it's known that you've been keep on doing it, you're a fucked up individual. Like my black and mild. You're a fucked up individual, man. Fucked up individual. But we need a date, Case Roy. We need a fucking date. We got to rally up the troops, and we gotta go up there and give us the fucking date. We need the date. Exactly. That's the whole thing, Case of War. You just said it, my man. I wish I had my soundbite shit set up. This sport is way too detrimental for you to want to cheat. Exactly. So that doesn't mean that they actually did it fucking once. That could mean that they got found out once. So it's a possibility. Ali could have cheated more than once. Could have did some slick shit more than once. Oh, don't say that about Ali. I'm just saying what happens. You got a problem with it. You know what? The legend is dead, and so is his trainer. You take it up with the both of them. All right? You take it up with the both of them. I'm not making this up. Well, can you do what you're going to do? I gotta get some more fluid for this, bitch. That's why I'm using fucking striker. That's what I'm saying, Case of Void. I hear a whole lot of talking, but ain't much going on. Where is the date for Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence? Where's the date? But I tell you one thing that's, you know what's funny, Case of Void? And anybody else that's watching, they're going to watch the playback, right? This is funny. Now, we know Errol Spence recently came out, right? And he went and pulled up Bo-Mac's motherfucking goddamn box rack. When he did that, I bust out laughing after a while, and I'm going to tell you why. Because soon when Errol Spence did that shit, y'all, I was like, yo, this motherfucker look familiar. So a friend of mine, he's a boxing head. He likes to talk boxing, but he's not a social media person. And I wish he was, because he had a great boxing mind. He the one told me, he's like, yo, remember he used to fucking fight. I'm gonna have to call him later today and find out who it was, because he brought to my attention that we watched the fight together, and we see him get his ass whipped by somebody who was not a champ at the time, but they was up and coming. I might have to find out about that. But that was crazy. But the reason why I'm saying that, you know, no, I can't even give Bo-Mac that. I can't even give him that. But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna still continue with what I was gonna say. The thing is this, right? They say some good trainers was guys who wasn't really successful, really good in the ring as a fighter. So they make out to be good trainers. But the reason why I can't say that about Bo-Mac, because I don't have any evidence of anyone of any special skill level that Bo-Mac has motherfucking built from the mud or built from the fucking root. So I'm saying Terrence Crawford is just good. He was blessed to run into Bud, and I guess Bud was blessed to run into him. But outside of that, I don't really see anything in his coaching toolbox that makes him a good trainer outside of Terrence Crawford. And with that being said, all the times Terrence Crawford got some goddamn praise for beating somebody or whatever. Has Bo-Mac ever been considered fucking trainer of the year? Now, we already know why a few other brothers who didn't get trainer of the year didn't get it, not because they wasn't deserving of, but because it was hate. Or we know if they did get it before, they should have got it once. Bo-Mac, no. So I'm not really sold on this dude, but he's running around talking shit. We gonna fuck Errol up. We gonna fuck him up. We gonna beat the shit out of Errol. He said that Errol is one dimensional. And I'm like, okay, Errol is one dimensional. Now, I know that's he. Cause that man, I'm gonna give him credit. I think he knows something about boxing. But come on, bro. I'm gonna give him a little bit of credit to say that, he knows a little something about boxing. I ain't going to take away from the heat, his percentage of heat. He know good and damn well that Errol Spence is not one dimensional. He knows this. He knows Errol Spence is not one dimensional. Come on. But you show me anytime in Bud career when he showed us different levels. Now, I mean, you show me where with Bud, you can say, oh, he has so many different styles. He has so many different ways. You can't say that. Because everything was so easy. He never had to switch up a game plan. He didn't even have to fucking think. He didn't have to use his thinker so much. Yeah, Case Avoid, that's good. Let them train for that. Case Avoid, I think that's a cat, bro. I think that's a cat. I think they trying to throw us as the fans off, and also trying to throw off Derrick James too. I could be wrong, but get the hell on out of here, man. I'm not trying to hear that one. They tripping. I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't trying to hear that one, man. That's that bullshit. He's the same every fight. Thank you, Case Boy. Ding, 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 ding. He's the same every fight. Yeah, trying to throw somebody off. Not throwing me off. Definitely not throwing EJ off. Damn. Make the date, release it. Release it. I don't think they got the date yet. I don't think they got the date yet, Case Boy. Here's the thing. And I hope it's some Terrence Crawford fans that's listening, peeking, and watching. Here's the thing. What Terrence Crawford fans don't realize is this. Anything can happen in the sport of boxing. All right? What can possibly take place in this fight between Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford? Terrence Crawford might get to this fight and wind up looking like shit. Oh, yeah. They be on Twitter going at it. They be on Twitter going, they going at it on Twitter. It's very entertaining, Case Avoid. Yeah, they've been going at it on Twitter. But enough of that shit. Get that shit popping. Shit. Fight tomorrow. Shit. Sick of this shit. Yeah, so it's all good, but give me the date. We need the date. We need to get this done and over with. We need the date. But there's a possibility, like I was about to say, it's a possibility that he can come in this fight and look totally opposite from the guy that we've been seeing in his past 38 fights. Oh, so a couple channels saying recently that they may not fight. See, that's what I'm talking about, Case Avoid. Now, what if that wind up being a fucking final verdict out of this shit? Right now, this ain't about if was a split. All right. What if when it finally comes out that this fight ain't fucking happening? Oh my goodness. It's gonna be more finger pointing than it ever was. It's gonna be so much shit talking. All goddamn Terrence Crawford fans gonna say all type of shit about Errol Spence. Oh, I knew he was ducking. He ain't got 3 belts for nothing. Everybody gotta get it. I can hear that shit. I mean, they already deflected the fact that a lot of the things that Terrence Crawford had said and done, they act like it was nothing wrong. But oh yeah, if this fight don't go down, they're gonna throw PBC all under the bus. I mean, it could wind up being PBC fault, but why would it be PBC fault? Yo, D Free, what's happening, bruh? What if this fight winds up not happening? If this fight winds up not happening, I know I'm gonna have to go around and start muting people. I'm gonna start chopping them in their throat because I'm not gonna want to hear their nonsense. Now, as far as that fight won't make money, Case Avoid, they bullshitting. Why would Terrence Crawford fighting EJ not sell? Yeah, I know T-Lob too, Wayne. And I was soon when I started my live, I'm like, T-Lob. I'm like, I can't shut down. Let me at least get like an hour and some minutes in because I gotta start getting my time in. I mean, I gotta build my watch hours up. So we know T gonna be running for a minute. So I figured, I'm at 56 minutes. So I'll probably do like probably another 10 minutes and I'll go over to T, but I want to get my time in. Yeah, I want to get my time in, right. But so they saying that this man, get out of here, man. See, that means that it must be something going on that nobody's telling us if it's other things like this about the fight supposedly be talked about, so I don't know. But trust me, if this fight does not happen, it's gonna be PBC and Errol fault. Watch, it's gonna make you want to punch a Bud fan in their fucking mouth. I'm telling you, because someone gonna make you go there. But they saying the fight won't make money. It's one of the biggest, most anticipated fights of this generation. So why wouldn't it make money? Oh, I get it. The reason why they're saying that this fight won't make money because they know this fight gonna sell more than what the fuck Canelo and Bivol is doing this weekend. Yeah, remember? Oh, Canelo's the face of boxing. That's why they saying that, Case Avoid. All right, cool. That's why they saying that, bro. That's why they saying that EJ and Bud won't fucking sell because Canelo's supposed to be the face of boxing. No. But I'm gonna have to be patient and wait to find out more news about it because, like I said, I don't have those inside resources like a lot of other people have. So my shit I do is straight from the fucking mud. Nobody's giving me nothing or anything. I gotta go off the shit. But I can just imagine that this fight not taking place. Oh man, it'd be a never-ending argument. I'm telling you, it's gonna wind up being Bud and EJ casualties all out the motherfucking United States. Motherfuckers gonna start they gonna wind up fighting. If EJ and Bud don't fight, Bud and EJ fans gonna fight. Y'all heard it from me first. If Bud and EJ don't fight, EJ and Bud fans gonna fight. If EJ and Bud do fight, EJ and Bud fans gonna fight. Cause somebody ain't gonna want to pay up that motherfucking money when he put that bet down. But like I was saying, this man can be doing something. Can be pursuing greatness, but he's kind of acting like he's not paying it no mind. But before he was so boisterous about being one time undisputed, he's not being, vocal about being 2-time undisputed. He just saying, I'll go whip motherfuckers' ass. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I'll whoop their ass. Oh, now I got a second belt. Oh, I got 2 undisputed. I told you, he ain't saying that shit before the shit. You know why he ain't saying it before? Because he knows a fucking chance he might get his ass whipped. That's why he's not pumping it like that before it. That's why his team, his camp is not pumping. Man, come on. Dwayne Freeman, case avoided. If y'all dudes was motherfucking boxing, and I'm a fan of yours, I'm your team, and man, we'll be talking about that shit. Man, we're about to do this. I'm going for this. I'm going for that. He's not doing that. Is he trying to do it quietly to be humble, or he's being humble because he know he might lose this fight? That can be a possibility. That he may not make it to 2-time undisputed. You understand what I'm saying? So if he don't get it the second time, what's the use of talking about the third time? So that's why he's downplaying and saying, oh, yeah, that's big talking, shit talking, then I'm going to go fuck up your homie. Okay, his homie most likely is going to win his rematch. He's undisputed. Talk your shit. You talk about accolades, talk your shit. Bud fans, he talk about accolades. Why y'all still not pumping this shit? I said something about it. A couple people spoke about that shit once or twice. Guess what? It went back and shut, Wayne. You see how fast that came out a little bit and nobody's talking about it anymore? You hear one person talk about it here. You hear another person talk about it there. But it's not continuous. Somebody knows something, Wayne. That's why everybody spoke about it real quick and they stopped talking about it. This fight right now, besides these 2 dudes doing their Twitter wars, Bud should be talking this shit. Bud quick to say, oh yeah, that guy that you posting, that's the guy for life. But you don't understand that the guy that's not in the picture, he gonna whip your ass. But Bud should be saying the other shit. Yeah, I'm about to fuck you up, be 2-time undisputed. Then I'm gonna go up there and beat your fucking homeboy and be 3-time motherfucker undisputed on you bitch ass niggas. He ain't saying none of that shit. Makes me wanna holler. Think about it. I gotta do my Malcolm X pose on some real shit. On some real shit. Why was it like a quickie? Somebody knows something. Either this fight not gonna happen, or motherfucker know he ain't that bad. Cause everybody talking about he that bad. He saying he better than, they talk like he better than Floyd and all the other greats and all that. Yeah, motherfucker, you'll be able to do something that they ain't done. See, cause they're always quick to brag and try to shit on Floyd and Manny, be like, well, they was never undisputed. The fuck that means? They was never undisputed. What that mean? That don't mean because they never was undisputed and this motherfucker never disputed that he's better than them, because Floyd will whip his ass. Manny will fuck him up. Or would have fucked him up. Huh? Come on, man. I ain't got no time to be playing with y'all casual boxing mind, y'all haters. I ain't got time to be playing with y'all. Why is this still not being talked about? Real quick, disappeared. Man, I'll be promoting that shit all over the fucking place. Come on, man. Somebody knows something. Bud fans, tell me why y'all ain't pumping this shit like that. Why? Because y'all know that it's a possibility that he can lose and he will lose the eject. So before y'all can motherfucker talk about 3, Y'all can't even bust out fucking 2 because y'all not really that confident. Because y'all know it's a fucking very good chance that he can fucking lose. This is the first time that Bud fans really have to worry about most likely he can lose this fight. That's why they started becoming a little humble lately, except for the content creators that's an EJ hater. You know, they gotta keep it going because that's what get their viewership up and keep them going and their fan base. Nothing wrong with that. But for the ones that's not content creators, y'all been a little, you know, what's up? Talk to me, talk to us. Y'all been talking all this shit. Y'all should be promoting this shit. I ain't gonna promote it for y'all because I ain't getting paid. And EJ is more my guy than Bud is. Huh? He went from bragging about his accolades to being humble about his accolades. Tomorrow, so I'm just gonna whoop motherfuckers' ass. Right. But even though, in case of Roy, even though what they doing, the little Twitter war stuff, it's pre-promo. But my whole thing is we should already have it, we shouldn't still be stuck in TBA. With Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, we shouldn't still be at to be announced fucking status. We shouldn't. And then if the contract is signed and is already done and everything, they bullshit and they waiting for a certain time to put out, then fuck the both of them because they play too much. Now I'm still gonna go to the fight. I ain't missing that one. Not missing the next EJ fight. I could have went to that one, but I was bullshitting on the belt line. Shout out to those brothers. Now I mean Supreme Beast Boxing and all that. Now I mean I was bullshitting on the belt line. I'm not missing the next one. Not missing the next EJ fight. You know? So we should see. But also, Dwayne, shit, man, listen, I be doing shit all over the place. But also, with these newer guys, like I was saying earlier, these guys with the clout chasing, they only got barely a half a dozen fights in. And they calling out guys who got about 24 plus fights in. I don't know, man. They got to pump their brakes, slow down. Their eyes are bigger than their stomach. Their appetite is bigger than their stomach. They got to slow down, wait your turn. Don't fuck around and get fucking Adrian Broner. And I'm not shitting on AB. That's my guy. But to these young guys out here, all you young guys, you only got a couple fights in. And I mean a couple. If you got no more than 8 fights in, that's a couple fights. Don't fuck around, start smelling yourself, and then somebody pump you up and get you to go somewhere, then you shouldn't even fucking went. And you wind up being like my man Adrian Broner, struggling to get off of something that really fucked your career up, that got you stagnated in your career, man. Just saying. Don't do it. You know, y'all guys are good, but man, they got to watch themselves. That's what I'm saying. I like Keyshawn, but I ain't crazy. Keyshawn getting there with Tank right now. Tank devours fucking Keyshawn. All that shit that you see Keyshawn has done in his 5 fights, he would not be able to get none of that shit off on Tank. None. And he's going to definitely look like a guy who only had 5 fights instead of a talented, skillful guy with a bright future with just 5 fights. He going to look like a guy with 5 fights that ain't going to have no more than another 10. Guys is moving. Some of these guys are moving too fast. They talking too fast. You talking too fast, man. You better slow down. Slow down, son. You killing them. Who's filling them with octane? Got them gassed up, about to get blasted up. This is wrong with it. Shout out to Biggie Smalls. Huh? Stop filling these guys with octane. Got them gassed up to get blasted up. Mm-hmm. The way make that a sound bite. Who's filling these guys with octane? Got them gassed up, about to get blasted up. Slow down, son. You killing them. Slow down, Keyshawn. You might get yourself killed. Take the page out of Ryan Garcia, who took him a long time to finally get it together, but he finally got it together. He finally got it together. Man, they got to slow down. They got to slow down, man. They got to slow down. They got to slow down. But yeah, if this fight don't happen, I'm going to be like, I smell puss, 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 puss. And y'all know where that's going to be coming from. I haven't heard anything about what's anything that's in the negotiations. I haven't heard anything on it yet. Normally the big dogs, they had something on it, but they ain't got much to give us because they really don't know, or they probably do know but probably can't put it out because it's something that they agreed to. I would kind of put that in perspective too, as a thought, respectfully for the big dogs that gets on the inside, like Blue Blood and a few other guys. So maybe they probably do know, they have it, but they agreed not to put it out just yet. I'm hoping that's what it is. I'm hoping that's the case with that. Yeah, Case Avoid. Bob did come out and say that, maybe Dev and Keyshawn, after that shit is over with. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing too. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, Case Avoid. That's another thing too. We see that fucking Tank never really responded rightfully, but I haven't heard anything come out of Dev's mouth about it. But I had seen someone said that Bob Ehrman is saying that Keyshawn probably can get the winner out of Cambosis and Dev. All right. Does he mean it? Will Bob Ehrman do that? Will Bob Ehrman give Keyshawn Davis a shot at Devin Haney, but only having 5 professional fights in? Now, like I said, it had happened before. But I don't know. I really don't know, people. I really don't know. That's way too soon. Yes, it is, Case Avoid. But motherfucker could be throwing somebody into the Lions, then it gets like that. That's damn way too soon. I think Pamper Bob was pump faking, bro. I think he pump faking. I think he said it because it sounds good, but that's way too soon, and then he could probably be meaning sometime after that fight, not right away. I look at it that way. I might be stretching my mind too far, but I don't know. There's so many ways you got to think about it. Tio, no, Tio is going to 140, Case Avoid. Tio is trying to get Josh Teller not to give up his belts and go to 147. But the thing is that from what I heard, that T.O. been putting out there that he's going to be fighting Josh Taylor for undisputed. But we still don't know what's going on with Josh Taylor unless he's deciding to stay at 140. But you got to remember, he's ready to get the fuck up out of there. He told Catterall, hell yeah, y'all, you want a rematch? Not for the belts, but I'll rematch you at a catchweight. They'll come all the way up to 147. So where's Teofimo Lopez coming out of nowhere, talking about this when his fight at 140 was supposed to be forgot the guy name, a tough test for him. I forgot the guy name. He in the top 10, top 12. Anyways, so I don't know what's going on with Teofimo Lopez. I don't take nothing he says out his fucking mouth. So I don't know what's going on with that. It looked like that's a whole bunch of clout chasing, trying to see where Tio Clan himself at, because he's trying to go into 140 and he's not trying to start from the bottom of the top 10. You know what I mean? He's trying to come in there and get on some shit. Now, we all know that Teofimo Lopez does not deserve a crack at undisputed again. Just like that after losing his belts to Cambosis. So he feels as though he got the fan base or whatever after losing undisputed or becoming undisputed at 135. He think he gonna go up to 140, jump over fucking goddamn everybody else at 140 and fight Josh Taylor. The only way that happens if Josh Taylor knows he gonna whoop Teofimo ass. Yeah, Savoy. We know Bob want those belts back in Lomachenko hand, or at least one of his, his most marquee guys, in the mix, fighting for him or even having some of them. We know that. So you saying T.O. Dad is on Punch Junkie show now? Oh, all right. I don't watch Punch Junkie. But they blowing a lot of smoke because there's too many different things that's coming out and it's not adding up. And we know we can't take nothing that T.O. says out of his mouth. We know that. We can't take nothing Teofimo Lopez says out of his mouth, people. We can't. Then we know the idea of what Josh Taylor was thinking about, but nobody has reported that they actually know, or Josh Taylor actually know what he's going to do. Is he going up to 147? Is he dropping the belts at 140? Is he trying to do the Canelo shit and start fighting at catchweights? Like, nobody knows this. You know what I mean? So you got to find out. I got to find out some kind of way. You know what I mean? But it's just too much pump faking and promoting going on, and ain't no action going on. But in my opinion, Teofimo Lopez do not deserve a shot at undisputed at 140 at his first match. He don't. He don't. And then if Pamper Bob is kind of moving him like that and making him jump the hurdle because they know his best chance is to beat Josh Taylor, and all the fighters in between, they know Teofimo might lose to him. I like to see Teofimo Lopez and Antoine Russell. That would be a good welcome back up to 140. Now, if Teo go up to 140 and fight one of the top dogs before going for that, then that's different. But come on, man. Too much shit talking with no action. Yeah, they selling product with they selling a package with no. They selling a product with no. They selling a package with no product in it. Like going to the store and getting a bag of chips. You know, bag of chips are not filled up like they used to be. But you go to the fucking store, get a bag of chips, and ain't shit in that motherfucker. The bag is just sealed tight closed. But ain't nothing in it but air. If that. Too much shit talking. They gotta know when to shit talk and they gotta know when to promote. You gotta know when to shit talking, you gotta know when to promote. You gotta know the difference between shit talking and PR and promoting yourself. Man, I'm just sick of it all. Get in the fucking ring. We ain't getting no younger, case of boy. We in our 50s, man. I'm trying to see this shit. I'm trying to see this shit. I'm trying to go to some of this shit. I ain't been to a fight in years. But I tell you what, Case of Void, far as these new fighters, if it's any one of these new guys that we could probably say, yeah, let him in the gates right now, I'm going to give you one. Right now, the only new French fighter that I said that's ready to go, he just won no more than 2 fights. Where the rest of these guys, they need about 10. The only one right now to me that's ready to go is Troy Isley. Troy Isley is something different. He ready to go. I think he ready to go now for it. Troy Isley, Antoine Russell, those two stick out to me. They ready to go right now. They ready to go right now. Rest of these guys, they gotta put some work in, man. Shoo, but Shoo ain't talking crazy. That's one thing I like about Shoo Carrington. You know, hopefully I don't motherfucker wind up regretting my words, but you know, he's not clout chasing right now. He just basically trying to keep his thing going. He got another fight coming up. You know, hopefully I can get him for an interview. Try to get an interview on some of these new guys. But man. But Troy Isley definitely ready to go, y'all. Definitely ready to go. These other guys gotta wait, man. They gotta put that work in. Gotta put that work in. But Just Do brought something up on his show earlier. He's talking about women's boxing. I like it better now than years ago when he first started it or first brought it back, whatever the case may be. I like it now. Lot of action. The women come to fight. Yeah, we got a damn good crop young fighters coming up. But women boxing, man, it's on a go. Just Do was talking about it earlier that they should start implicating more male and female matches together, having more females on the undercard and putting them on the main undercard. You know what I mean? Let them share that shit. Can you imagine putting together, right? A fight card. It's nothing but championship fights on it. And we had some cards like that where they all for belts or title eliminators. All right. Imagine having a main card of 4 fights, the all for championships. Two good men joints and 2 good women joints, man. And you mix them up. You see what I'm saying? You have a big female match as the co-main event, and you have the males match. Either way, but you mix it up. But they all championship fights. They all good, great, or good, and can become great men and women fighters. Man, you know how much money that shit would generate? Not just for men boxing, not just for women boxing, but for the sport of boxing as a whole. If they put together those type of cards, you know what I'm saying? Put together, oh, come on, man, there's so much they can do. And I think they should start throwing the women matches in there with some of these men fights. Because when you think about it, bro, some of these men fights, you know, some of them shits on the undercard been kind of shitty. Like, that's boring ass fucking fight where we can get 2 women in there and they ain't gonna hold back. I be thinking, I gotta laugh before I say it. Yo, I be thinking women get their periods forced on when it's fight time. Cause them motherfuckers be rumbling, dog. I'm sorry, dog. Yo, they be rumbling. I'm telling you, if women boxing was producing just as many knockouts as men boxing, I don't need to see no more. That's the only thing missing, yo. That they don't produce the knockouts like men boxing. You know? And women can knock women out, but I think you know, they need 2 more extra rounds. They need that extra minute. I think, like everybody was talking about, if you had them doing 3-minute rounds, you get some more stoppages and knockouts in women boxing. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that they should push that because a few women boxers wouldn't mind doing it. Some of them got a problem with it, but I think they should do that. You know what I mean? But hook that shit up. Them women don't be playing, man. Oh my gosh. You know, Katie and Amanda got that shit in. Cruz and fucking Sailor Roos. Oh my goodness, man. Somebody should have got knocked out in that fight. No, I haven't heard anything about. Where you hear that at, Case Avoid? She won $3 million for a rematch. All right. Yeah, that was a hell of a fucking fight. But Sailor Roos and Dezern, oh my goodness, man. That was my favorite fight, yo. That was my favorite fight. And I love Amanda and Katie. But my favorite fight out of all the good fights that happened Saturday and Friday, that was my favorite fight. All the fights is satisfactory to me, good to me. But Dezern and Sailor Roos, man. That was my fight of the weekend. That was my favorite fight of the weekend. Oh, okay. 3-minute rounds, huh? Let's do it. Well, at least it's the reason why she said that. It's the reason all of a sudden, Case Avoid, that Katie finally, now she agreed to do a 3-minute fight, 3-minute rounds in a rematch. It's the reason why. You know what that reason is? Do anybody have an idea, right? Of now all of a sudden, after fighting Amanda, she don't have a problem with doing 3 minutes in a rematch. You know why? Oh, you want me to tell you? Yeah, I'm about to tell you why. Here's the thing. The reason why Katie Taylor is up for 3-minute rounds in a rematch because she feels as though that she possibly can stop Amanda Serrano. That's why. She feels as though that if she had an extra minute, just like Amanda, and like we all been saying, if it was another minute on it, Amanda would have stopped her. But also, another reason why Katie Taylor would do it because she feels as though, damn, no more, another extra 60 minutes, I can do a little more myself. Now let's talk about this. Since K Savoy brought it up, thank you, K Savoy. Give me some extra to build on, bruh. Let's think about it because one thing, we give credit. Now, I don't have nothing against Katie. Katie, she's just an Irish girl that I don't find attractive. That's all. She ain't one of them Irish girls I knocked down because there's some Irish motherfuckers I knocked down. But anyway, she can box. She can. Like I ain't gonna front. She good. The thing is this, she's seen something. So now she's familiar with what she can get off, what she can't get off. Now she really know, or she's more familiar with what Amanda can do, what Amanda can't do. Now she's aware now she knows in a rematch, there's certain things she know she can stop Amanda from doing. Now here's the thing, Amanda got hit too many times in that fight. I'm gonna say it again. Amanda got hit too many times in that fight, meaning she took some unnecessary shots. And when we was talking about it for a couple of days over the weekend, right after the weekend, leading up to yesterday, she should have been doing a little more bobbing and weaving her head, but she wanted to show that she could take fucking goddamn Katie punches. She could eat them, like it's some grapes or something. And that was the problem. That was the problem for me. Move your head. All right, it's good you can take a shot, but that don't mean you gotta let a motherfucker hit you every time. Shit. And that was the problem. So now Katie feels though, hey, she ain't been defensively responsible like that. And she got hit with some shit. She was laying some shit on it. Sensei talked about it on his show earlier yesterday. Like she landed some shit, so we know Amanda come to Rumble, but Amanda made it as easy to get for Katie to get shit off on her. So now Katie got the same mindset that Amanda fans they got the same. Katie has the same mindset that Amanda Serrano fans had. If another minute, I can stop it. And that's what Katie is thinking. Well, you know what? She wasn't being defensively responsible like that. She want to go mano, trading punches. I think an extra minute I probably can get her. So they probably gonna prep a little different. She probably feel as though she start doing some cardio work now that she'll be able to have the endurance capacity to go there with her. But let's see it. Hopefully they do the rematch. I think they dog was the same. But you might be right. But I think it was the same. I just think that Amanda didn't be. Amanda, Katie wasn't more of a dog that night. She was the smarter dog. She was the smarter dog. Or she was the better dog that night. You know what I mean? But I was watching that fight and I'm like, come on, Amanda, do some head movement. She shouldn't have been taking 4 shots out of a 6-piece combination from fucking Katie Taylor. But she wanted to go in there and trade punches. It's not good to do that all the time. That's a mistake she made. But if Amanda ain't really trying to make history, which she already made, then I wouldn't do the rematch. I wouldn't do the rematch. I wouldn't do the rematch. Right. In a rematch case of Roy, I can see now knockout, a stoppage can happen, but I think I see the rematch going all 10. I can see the rematch going all 10 because now they're going to make adjustments on both ends. So it'd be a little more tactical. And the first one was tactical too. I think Amanda had too much dog in her that night. That's what it was. Case of War. Amanda had too much dog. She had more dog in it for her own good. Yeah, a lot of people was kind of wary about that with it being in the UK. Let me move this up because I know y'all can't see my face. Yeah, a lot of people was worrying about it being in the UK, but Katie came here, so why not go over there? I respect the UK fighters that don't have a problem with coming over here. And a first time, she was nervous, but it was a good fight, like we thought. Some people thought it should have been a draw. But when you really break it down, then I still don't understand that one judge, that 97-93 shit for Katie. I don't get that shit. But I can understand why she got the win. I can understand. I can understand. Yeah, listen, it's nothing wrong with keeping your hands down if you got the head movement. You got to have the head movement. You're gonna keep your hands down. You gotta have head movement. You see what I'm saying? You can't keep your head down and you're gonna get hit. But if you got your hands down and you rubberneck, you moving and shit, all that bullshit like you try to, then it's cool. Oh, so you scored in 7 rounds for Katie and 3 rounds for Amanda? I had a 6-4 for Serrano. But a lot of people thought it could have been a draw too. I can see that too. Okay. Yeah, yeah, she is. She definitely great at that. She definitely great at that, case of boy. Definitely great at that. But hey, let's see the rematch, man. Let's see it. I'll watch it. I'm definitely going to tune in. Oh that's the one that had that shit. Yeah. That bitch. That was bullshit. I don't know where the fuck she got that from. I like when she went to the bathroom and changed the fucking pad or something. I don't know. She came back and she seen motherfucking goddamn Katie getting off. I don't know. My advice for both women in the rematch: make it a little difficult for the other to land punches. It is about stick and move. It is about stick and move. 5'10", 510 for what? That's what you gotta win. That's what you gotta bet to win something on that fight. Hmm. Nah, man, fuck that case of boy. Yeah, you lost 5'10". Yeah. I didn't get. I guess luckily for me, I didn't get nothing in on time. But then I would have to put out too fucking much to even win something. That's the. I'm not gonna put out more to get less back. I'd rather put out less and get more back, or put out a nice amount and get more back. But I'm not gonna put out more and get less back. And unless you would have did a straight up bet with somebody on the street, that's the only way you're winning some good money. That's right, yeah. Damn it, man. Damn it, man. You sure enough did, dog. Yeah, I know you didn't bet Vegas. I know you didn't bet Vegas. You had Daryl. Yeah, a few guys. Yeah. Wow, man. Damn it. Goddamn judges fucked up the church's money. Damn it, man. Mm-mm-mm. Son of a bitch. Smoke my black and mild. That's some bullshit, man. I'm glad I didn't get no bets in. I couldn't win. I know T had you punk. Goddamn. T got the whole goddamn. Listen, T got everybody pumped with that shit, goddamn. He got people turned out on Red Robin and Bookie shit, goddamn. They be hit, come on, yo, T, man. Let me know what's going on, T, man. I want in on, man. Oh, yeah. Well, that's what we all thought. We all had the same sentiment on that. And we got corrected. Maybe not rightfully corrected, but we got corrected. I thought she won too, Case Avoid. Yeah, I thought she wanted to. God damn, it's raining like a motherfucker outside, man. God damn it. You gotta watch them punch stats though, Case Savoy. You know, gotta watch them shits cause they be fucking lying. Like you see how the big deal they was trying to make and come up with how many numbers that oh, it's raining there too. You see how they tried to come up with how many numbers, um, how many times Valdez scored on Shakur, talking about yeah, whatever. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. Oh, I ain't got long to go, Case boy. Ain't got long to go, man. What the fuck is this? But yeah, man. I like, yeah, Shakur beat his ass. Just like I said. You know, I predicted a technical stoppage, but he got the win. He beat that ass though. He beat that ass. You know how when you beat the meat, the tender that shit? That's what he did to her. He couldn't, Case Avoid. Shit. He couldn't, man. Once that dude, I'm gonna tell you the first thing that he realized about Shakur that he overlooked. Shakur power. That's why he wasn't coming in there like that. And then he had to worry about being perfectly counted too. You know what I mean? So told motherfuckers, man, he ain't that good. He ain't that good. He good, but he ain't that good. Yeah. Yeah, man. Let's see how the young man bounced back though. Yeah, Shakur one hell of a fucking goddamn counter puncher, man. Let's see what's next for the young man. Yeah, man. Hell of a counter puncher. Hell of a counter puncher. Oh, fuck this shit, dog. Yep. Let me see where I'm at. 148. So all the Mexicans on they was complaining about the Valdez and Shakur fight. They get over it. They get over it. Damn, baby. They get over it, Case of boy. They'll be alright. Ah, 2 more hours to go. He couldn't do enough. It's the difference between not doing enough because you ain't trying to do enough or motherfuckers stopping you for you. Listen, what they gotta understand, it's about you being the better executioner of your style and your plan on in your plan on fight night. All right. So Shakur is a better executioner. He executed his game plan on Valdez. I don't know what they was thinking, but they tripping, bruh. They tripping. They tripping. They tripping, man. They mad at Valdez. It's the T. Blame it on the T. Blame it on the T, man. But look, man, I'm about to hit the 2 hour mark. Then I'm gonna shut this thing down. So another 10 minutes. Shut this thing down. I gotta do some paperwork before I get out of this bitch. And that's it. Yeah, well, they're gonna be about. They get over it. They get over it. But look, y'all, I'm about to get up on out of here. I appreciate everybody that dropped in during these graveyard hours and kicked it with your boy. Hope y'all enjoyed the content. If you ain't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, Yo the Wise Crush. Follow me on Instagram, Yo the Wise Crush, and you can fly with me on Twitter at the Ghost of Crush. This is your boy, Yo the Wise Crush, aka Crush the Legend. Thank you for joining in this live conversation of Crush Nation Boxing. Tell a friend, and I'll see y'all around these boxing streets. Peace.